Hi, I'm Bill from CJ Pony Parts. I'm here again with Angel from Pedders Suspension. Now, thanks to Pedders, we have transformed this 2016 GT. It looks better and handles better thanks to your front sway bar and your coilover kit. It only makes sense to finish it off with the rear sway bar, so tell us about this bar here.
Thanks, Bill. The bar here today we've got is for the current gen Mustangs, this is a rear bar, tubular, three-way adjustable, and it fits all versions of the S550 Mustang.
So direct replacement for Shelby, V6 EcoBoost, doesn't matter. Anything special as far as installing? It uses the stock hardware. I see you have some bushings with it. Tell us about those brackets.
Yeah, these are for the brakes, just to relocate the brake line brackets.
To give you a little more room when you install the bar.
Exactly.
Great, let's get started with the installation.
Thanks.
For this installation, with a lift or a jack and jack stands, half-inch ratchet, an extension, swivel, 13mm socket, 3/8 ratchet, 6mm Allen key, 10mm socket, and a 13mm wrench. And once you have the car up in the air to begin the installation, remove the wheels. The first thing we're going to do is remove this bracket here, so we can remove the brake line, and then separate the end link and remove the brackets to remove our factory sway bar. All right, now we're going to separate the end link from the bar itself. And then repeat the process on the other side. Okay, now we can remove the 4 screws that hold the bracket onto the frame. All right, now to remove the bar, just sort of slide it to one side and then drop it down. Now with the bar off, we're going to pull the factory brackets as we will need to reuse them.
All right, as we showed earlier, we removed the factory brackets from the OE sway bar, and we're going to swap those over to our bushings. But first, we're going to apply a liberal amount of grease to the inside of the bush so that it doesn't make any noises. And this grease is supplied with the sway bars. Now they can be spread over the bar and the bracket put back in place. Now it's ready to go back in the car.
Our new bar goes in the same way the old one came out, put one side up first, slide it over, then put the whole bar up into place. Line up the bracket, reinstall the original hardware. All right, now we can tighten down the bolts. Now the factory bracket for the brake line will not work with the new sway bar because it has these bends on it. So Pedders provides these new spacers. Basically the sway bar end goes here, this tucks under the sway bar, use the factory bolt and provided nut up here for the brake line.
Now we're going to set this bar initially to the middle setting as a good compromise between aggressive oversteer and less oversteer. And from there it can be adjusted to suit the owner's taste.
Okay, then repeat the process on the other side and tighten everything down. And your installation is finished. Angel, thanks again for coming out. I mean, the Pedders suspension totally changed this car.
Thanks for having me, Bill.
As far as the sway bars go, we do suggest replacing both. You can do the front or the rear separately, but doing both at the same time is going to give you the best performance overall. As far as the installation goes, figure what, about 2 hours for the front bar, maybe an hour for the rear, and you'll be back on the road in no time.